Check 1 2 1 2. What is going on, my people? How we doing? How we doing? Everybody all right? What's going on this evening? Everybody have a good weekend? Yeah? Hammer in the house, son. Boom. Panther. John Cox. Dale Napper. Rochelle J. Hey, hey, hey. Tony. Robert Massey. Jeffrey. Miss Breeze. What's up? What's up, Glenn? How you doing, brother? Cinnamon. Trucking with Josh in the house. Gene Money Tree. Low Rain. Mig Ace. Letitia. What's up? Campos. Hollywood. Oh, congratulations, Lorraine. Glad to hear that about your mom. What's up, Donald? What's the word? Music. Jaguar. Michelle, how are you, young lady? Ice. Purple Rain in the house. Man, y'all looking mighty fine out there. Mighty fine. Kobe, what's up? Do I teach Stocks 101 by chance? What's up, Daryl? Time and Glass, Colin. Well, Cinnamon, next Saturday I am teaching a beginner's course for day trading options like we do in the live streams. Okay? It will be a beginner's course for day trading options. You can apply this to stocks, but it's going to be aimed at options. Colin Cox, Netflix for Donald, Z River Rats. What's up? Switz. Yeah, I got out. I escaped from jail, Switz. They let me out, man. They let me out, brother. It was an interesting, fun day. Had a good time. It wore me out, though, but it was a good time. The inmates loved it. Nash from the UK. What's up? Sergio in the house. I'm just letting everybody flow in here for a minute. Man. SKC. You can click on the description in the video, and that's going to show you my email down there. Email me. I'm going to take a few more people, but I am almost about to my cutoff where I want people to be able to talk and engage and get the value out of it. Okay. What's up, Yannick? I was hoping Miss Mary had just kind of finished. I don't like stepping on no toes, so I was waiting around. Cause they do a great class every Sunday. Hey D Daniel, how are you? Project Hollywood. Yeah, Project Hollywood. I'm gonna, Larry does a great job. I taught a couple of the classes for Larry, but there are a lot of sections to it, I suppose, and I'm gonna consolidate this down for beginners that have really very limited experience day trading options. They're just getting started day trading options. It's not going to be in depth about leaps and volume profiles and all that. It's going to be basic. It's going to be about day trading options and being able to hop in and follow along on the live streams. Okay. Thanks for the TA on Zora. You're welcome, Yannick. I looked at it, man. I did. Hello, Lena. How are you? Brock. Yeah, I looked at. I looked at RR a day or two ago. Let me get my charts going here. Let's see here. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio okay? Leslie Rosa, if you're watching, I got you added. Just message me back afterwards, okay? I'll make sure everything's square. Okay, get my picture off here. Can everybody see my chart before I start doing what I do moving forward without having a chart up? Oh, man. I'm bad to do that. I know it. Let's pull RR up here. I guess that maybe that was you that asked me a few days ago. Rich Tech Robotics. It could have found its bottom. I would watch for this to right there. Top of this. Top of that channel. Top of that volume bar right there. 630. I would watch for this to press back to 630. See how this behaves at that point. Okay. Looks like it wicked pretty hard off this lower level here. What is that? 480. 480. Right in here. Where did this close? $25. Let's look on the daily here. Yeah. I would see how this reacts with 630 if you can press back up to it, man. Otherwise, 520 is your support. And if it can't hold this, you did just lose the 20 EMA on the daily, but it's already kind of trying to regain it. There's the 12-hour. Yeah. Watch that 520 level. If it can't hold, then 450 will be your number. Okay. I don't know why this stupid magnet's on here. There we go. Right in this neighborhood, 450. That'd be the levels I'd be watching on this. MACD, it's still in bullish hands. You could pull on back a little bit, so it could consolidate here. Or it could consolidate off this 450 level as it pulls back. Don't let your RSI dip below 50 too much, and it can't lose 40, or you'll be back down here at $3. So you got to treat this thing it's going to be very volatile. Over 200 in here. How about that? Give it to me. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. I might get check. What is a good indication to enter a position? Zay the chef. That's a broad question, my friend. I'm not being sly at all, but that's a really, really broad question to try to answer with one answer, okay? Several things. Cinnamon, if you need a 5th grader beginner trading class, then next Saturday might be for you. Because I'm gonna break it down really slow. Thank you, Miss Breeze. Hey, there goes that thumbs down. Oh man. Hopefully that wasn't intentional. Hey Amanda, how are you? Is your home on wheels and your truck on blocks? So, Zay, if that would depend on if we're scalping or day trading or swing trading or investing or what it is you're doing. I'd have to know a lot of the factors behind it. To enter a position. To enter a position, I like to establish support, and I want to enter close to that support. That's a broad answer. I like for my MACD and RSI to be telling me it's okay to enter here. Things like that. I really rely on technicals a lot, okay? So, if you have a specific question, you can throw that at me and I'll try to answer it for you. SYM, somebody's asking for SYM. Is this a robotics play too? Yeah, we can look. What is Amazon doing overnight here, y'all? Let's see here. Amazon overnight. Okay, it popped. No, that's AMD. Amazon popped a little bit. Here's Webull. Alright, in Webull you can... This is not my setup. Huh. I don't know where my... I must be on a weird page or something here. Okay. Here's Amazon overnight. Still having trouble at 215. You can see it already wicked off of it in the 24-hour session. 215 is your number on Amazon. So let's go look at it on the big charts. Right after I look at SYM. Somebody was asking about SYM. Here you go for SYM. 6580. Right there's your number, brother. Anything under this, I don't like it. Unless it's moving overnight. It's really sitting right on some support right here, man. So 6880. It's at 6950. Resistance is here at about 71. Okay. There is your resistance for this and your support for this. Over 71, you got about a $75 target here. 75.88. Back to the top of this candle would be like 76. That'd be upper range. Where am I at here? This is taking away one of my indicators. That's not it. Right there. I'm pretty close. 71.40. Right there. Monday. So this is last week's high, man. That's it. 71.40 for SYM. That's your resistance. You got to get over. If it loses 65.80 and then 63.50, it's in trouble. Okay? Hopefully that helps. I don't like the MACD in RSI. It looks like it wants to flush through 60 back to 50. So this, if you lose 63.50, it's got some room down. It's got some room down to this, but if this holds, it could just consolidate here. That would be your other alternative for this. Don't let it lose 63.50. It's your previous week's low, okay? Where'd my comments go? Everybody good? There you go, Yannick. Hopefully that's good for you. What's up, Sailfish? Happens in every yeah, that's right. I don't see it anymore. Maybe they went away. Took their thumbs down with them. Isaac, thank you. Thank you so very much for using my my referral link. I appreciate that. Okay, Bull and ARCT. Okay, Zay the chef. Let me give you a quick rundown, man. So when you say day trading the SPY, if you're looking for scalp trading, or you're just intraday trading, we use several different pieces of structure: pre-market structure, opening range structure, previous day and previous week high and lows. Those are my big levels that I use every day, and that's how I scalp, using RSI and MACD to help me. If you're not in the Discord, Zay, this is where we teach it and do it live. We live day trade every single day of the week, so you could come be a part of that. It's the top link in the description of the video, and we can help guide you through day trading. Okay, but those are the main pieces of structure that I use the day trade off of. Let me go back up here, guys. Bull and ARCT. Where's Bull at? 11. Man, I told everybody I didn't like this. I think she's coming back to $10, man. That's what I think. I will be... I'd be sorely surprised if we don't see $10. Yeah. Yeah, it lost its chance for breakout right here. That candle right there. Okay. Not enough buyers stepped in. And this is another reason I don't use volume candles down here a lot. They can work, but when I look on the daily and I see that volume candle, it doesn't make sense to me. I know it's a big volume candle, but nothing followed up, you know. Nothing happened. So to me, bull is still in consolidation here. And now you're going to have to think about 1075. That's previous lows. And then all the way down here at 1020. Right in there. Keep those on your radar. And I will be watching for a turnaround, man. Because it can turn around. But you see, when the MACD went up through and gave that buy signal right there, here's your MACD, right? It worked up through, gave the buy signal. Then it stalls, right? You get a little burst. The signal line comes up with it, and there's no continuation. This was a dead just failure. Not enough buyers, okay? Not enough buyers to push this. It just, I think some of the technicals were there, but no go. Couldn't break out. Seeing if anything else sticks out to me. Let's look at a 4 hour for a moment here. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the formation. Very weak. So we'll see. It's not had its moment yet. That's the 4 hour. Straight up pointing down. MACD and RSI. RSI's at 31, so can set an alert here at 30 for when it starts getting oversold. And then I would just kind of watch this as it starts to approach 40. That's what I would do. Okay. Let's look at ARCT. I'm not crazy about bull right now. It doesn't look like it's ready to turn. Goku 76 MP. Okay, I'll try to look at MP. ARCT. Let's see. Okay, hang on just a second. ARCT. What is this? Arcturus Therapeutics. interesting chart. It's got some bullish formations to it. This wedge on the weekly. I'd probably play this level at a time here, unless this is like a long hold. I see on the monthly here, if this is something you're looking to play pretty long term, this is a monthly chart, 2650. This looks to be trying to set up, if this can continue over 50 down here on your RSI. Okay, it looks like it's trying to set up for a little run. I would say 2650 would be your first resistance. And then let's go to the daily for a moment. Okay. Little support here, 1880. Right in that neighborhood. Got some more down here at 1675, okay? And then this target, I could adjust this on the daily a little bit, down to $26. Okay, that's how I would play that. It's a little neutral on the daily and could be working its way back down here towards 1875 for some consolidation. On the long term horizon, this doesn't look awful. It's okay. You could maybe set an alert here if the MACD was to cross the zero line for a buy signal. I mean, it's obviously done it in the past. I guess this is some kind of health care or medication or something, therapeutics. So it could get some gas behind it. I don't know. I cannot catch up with what's up, Garbage Mike? I've not hit the SPY yet. We'll look at it in just a moment. Everybody's asking about leaps for lift. I think I've still got a lift position, but I was accumulating shares, I think. I can't keep up with the comments, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, my Amazon is I got kicked out of Amazon. I'm only holding Amazon shares in my long term. Amazon kicked me out the other day. Okay. So there's ARCT for you. Somebody asked about Wolf. I've done Wolf before for somebody. This is another one of those. The monthly looks primed. This thing's just on fire. At this point, you're playing momentum, man. It has to hold momentum. There's not going to be a lot up here to stop this. The top of the shelf is 1650, which is probably where it got rejected. Yep. There you go. 1640. Yeah, it's just a barn burner. How would I play options on it, Alex? I'm not familiar with the ticker, man. I've never traded it much. Let's look at the options for a moment. Here's the options chain. Here's January. If I were going to do calls on these, I mean, they're not very expensive. The $13 strike has you in the money. Really good open interest on these. 26,000, 21,000 on the 15s. A lot more volume on these. If you wanted to go out of the money a little bit, I would choose the $15 strikes. Pretty good delta still. Better volume. And then if you want to go in the money, probably the $10 strike for January 16th, 2026. That would be my two options. But this thing has to go, it has to just keep going on momentum. You're on a weekly. The RSI is at 83. It is scalding hot on the RSI. So if you get like a blow off candle, you better be taking profits, because this thing will probably pull back. It's had a monumental move from $5 to 16. It's 3x'd in a few months. Really, all the way down here from $1.50, $2.50. So be careful with it, man. Just be careful. Just be momentum. I would set my stop loss at like a previous day or previous week low and go off that. So here's a weekly candle. If it can't hold this $11 level, I wouldn't be holding it from the previous week. So that's sort of how I would do that. It's just too hot. Where's the comments? USAR, people are asking about. Had a few people ask about MP. Ooh, what a pullback. I mean, it can't go forever. What's it doing overnight? It's back up to $29.30 overnight. $30 previous. I'm going to say $30 immediate resistance. In line with those highs back here, here, and here. What's this 1 hour look like? Okay. Huh. Okay. I'll adjust this here. This might be a buy this week if this goes through 30 again. Mm. 3071. 3065, 3070, somewhere in there. Okay. This will be breakout here. This is playing on a 1 hour chart for another breakout. 2880. Close enough. 3075. Then $32. Okay. There's you a few targets up on that. Then I would use right here 2885. Could be safe on your downside, okay, for USAR. All right. Anything under this could get bad. All right. There's USAR. Let's see if I can catch up some comments. Mario, thanks for the super chat. Yep, Pepsi was a banger. Josh and I found that together, actually. Nice job, Yannick. Monique DeCarlo, new to Discord. I was trying to reach you via email. Sent you an email, but no response. I was wanting to find out about a course next weekend. Monique, what email would it have came from? If I've not got back to you, it's because maybe you typed it wrong. I don't see it though. I'm going to type it in the chat right now, okay? spy.lordalps@gmail.com. What's up, Lindsay? Nope, but I'm thinking about re-adding on my Pepsi. Monique, what's your email and I'll look for it. Or send me another one. It could have went to my junk, possibly. Okay. Yep, just send me another one. Let's look at MP. Been a bunch of people wanted MP. I'll look at Pepsi. Crypto King, thanks, buddy. Michael Ball, I charted Suey earlier for everybody. Maybe you're not in the Discord. I'll look at it again just a second. Okay. Man. Let's see here, y'all. That pennant played nice. You've came back and retested here. See what the weekly's doing. Man, look at all the volume that stepped in on this. This has got crazy consolidation here, right? This candle, this weekly candle here, two back to back, sort of pumped this the whole way. So these lows on that first pullback kind of become my standard. Hey Monique, I got your email now. Okay. Man, it's hot. It is hot. This thing is, all these plays are hot, man. You're going to have to go back down now and start playing these on day trading levels to me. 82.90. This is setting up just like that last one. They're all going to set up like that. Okay, here's your Friday lows. If you wanted to take position on this, down there's your what's that, Wednesday, the week before, Monday, Friday, right here. 69.60. Way down here at your previous week. So if I was playing MP, I would play off of the $78 level. And then first resistance here at 85. That is how I would play this. It's going to have to start showing momentum again. It's too. Look at that weekly. You know, when you get plays like this, obviously hindsight's 20/20, but you had tons of consolidation on all the way down through here on this channel. Right? When it breaks out, that's go time. This thing is mega gone. This is the levels I would use. Bottom dollar, 58. I hate chasing stuff like this, but that's how it is. All right. There's MP. 58. It loses that. It's going to... You can come all the way back into 40s very easily. You just got to keep momentum going with it on the smaller time frames if you're going to trade it. 82, then 85. A small shelf at 87.40. Right there. That is also Wednesday lows. 87.75. That will be a level. And then the road back to 93 is quick. All right. Cool. Let's move on. I want to run out of time here. Get some comments. Lord, I can't keep up, y'all. Oh, yeah. UPS. So I was looking at UPS for swing. There was something else caught my eye. Somebody told me. Let's look at UPS. Hang on. Here we go. Right there. The weekly, right? Now, on a weekly time frame, we just gotta, this could be an opportunity, y'all. This could be an opportunity for a swing. We're getting some bullish divergence in the RSI. A little bit of bullish divergence in the MACD. Right? So one of the first things I like to do is reclaim 40 coming off of oversold. This is a weekly time. This will be a swing. It's a weekly time frame. I just caught this Friday when I was charting some. So first level to get across, obviously, here, 87.40. That's your weekly high, previous week's high. And then here's your, this is what I love for swings, y'all. If you've been around me any. I love these stories. 82.50. This one caught my eye. Okay. You got a nice gap here. Look at this. There's nothing here. All the way back towards $97. So it's a 10 point move. I've not looked at the let's look at the options chain. How do I read the yellow and bars? This is the fixed range volume profile, XRP. Man, XRP, how'd you get that handle, man? That had to be a 1 in a million shot to get a YouTube handle that says XRP. That's pretty cool. I'll try to review it right fast. So UPS. So let's look at it on a short time frame on this 1 hour. Look how hot it's getting down here, right? So we really want to clear this 87.40 area. Your previous highs up here. Almost identical back here, right? $88, $87.50. That's the number. That is the number. This is Weeble, if you're wondering. Right there. Okay. That's first. Got to get that first. Now, I'm going to do options. I got to look at the options chain first. Let's look to March. See how these are. Pretty good open interest on the $85 strikes. Let's look to June. Not bad. So the March got a little more open interest. They're between $700 and $800, $770 to $860 per contract. The $90 strikes are just out of the money. $600 a contract. These aren't horrible. The $100 strikes a little far out of the money for me, but I think I like the 85 the best. They've still got a 0.5 delta. So for any newer people, what that means is every time, let's say we buy between this 770 and 860, right? That's going to cost you, if we got filled in the middle, around $800 for one contract. Every time UPS goes up $1, these contracts will go up $50, $53, right? So the better the delta, the better they move, but they start getting pretty pricey up through here. So I like the 85 strikes pretty well. December's just not enough time for me on these. I would want March or June of next year. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it, okay? All right, all right. I'm just going to preface this to you, y'all, like, especially for any new people. This is a public video. Anything that I say on here, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply just a dude that loves to chart, and I'm pretty good at charting. So I come on here to help people understand what's going on in the stock market and help teach you and guide you some. But nothing I say is a suggestion for you to buy or sell or hold anything. Okay? Got to do your own research, do your own due diligence. I like this chart for a comeback, but doesn't mean it has to. Doesn't mean it has to, but I don't mind it right now. When I look at historical levels, when I do these plays, you know, this has been tapped before. So take everything off the chart. Look at that. Same level from March of 2020, y'all. Now, under that, we could drop. Oh, wow, look at there. Matches the previous highs back there, too. This is a strong level. Strong level. We'll see what happens, but this has got a chance. And I love buying things that are beat down rather than things that have already ran 1,000,000%. You know what I mean? So yeah, JAI. Okay, I hear you. I've got BBAI and Poet wrote down. Yeah. Well, I'll get to it here in just a second. This is a swing that could pay some people some good money, man, some good funds. So y'all keep that on your watch list. Just coming back up here. There's a lot of range. Let's say we cleared those highs up here. We make our way back to 104. Man, there is a lot of room back to 128. Look at that. These could go ballistic, man, on options. So 89, about 89 be the first piece I want to get across as far as price action goes. Keep an eye on your MACD and your RSI. I'm going to set alerts all the way up through here. All right. I love that we just crossed the signal line and we're sitting on 40. All right, y'all. There is UPS. I'll probably enter that tomorrow. You went heavy into BBAI and Poet, he says. Wrong way, I'll look at Tesla right fast. I got about 10 minutes, something like that. Okay. I don't like these wicks for starters. on this, on BBAI. That's the first thing that catches my eye on these. Like, let's see here, man. I feel like these things need to pull back some. 625. I like this 460 level down here. I think on the daily, let's look what's it doing overnight here. It's up to 760 overnight. I feel like this is going to pull back a little more, y'all. Losing $7 going to get you to 630, okay? Here's your support level for now. 630. And then I like this level here. 780. 780 would be. Now let's look at the 15-minute here. Look at this week. Got to remember how much these things have ran, y'all. I mean, it's been fire. It has been absolute fire. There you go. 780. Previous highs, previous lows right there. Gonna have to play this off momentum. 780 is your next resistance. And you need a candle to get over it and close. You see what's happened the last 2 or 3 times? Reject, reject, reject. I don't like it. I'd rather get a pullback to 620. Maybe the 630 area. If it was to lose this, the fall to 460 is easy. It's moved up pretty fast on hype. Yep. I don't like the daily MACD. I don't like the daily RSI. If this loses 50 on your RSI, you're pulling back to 630. this could be a reload point, but I don't like this volume profile. Like it needs to close over this. It needs to stay over 750 and then close over 780. That's how I see BBAI. I'm not crazy about the chart. It's okay, but I'm not crazy about it. Yeah, Project Hollywood might be right. If this is something you believe in long term and you think this is going to be ballistic, it's like you want to put you can't go all in on that stuff. You take a small allocation for risky assets and put that towards it. You know, penny stocks get there goes your next thumbs down. Penny stocks gets penny assets. Maybe that's not what he wanted to hear. Oh, man. Yeah, it needs to do something for sure. Hey, JP, yeah, if you touch the description in the video, it's the top link in the video for the Stocks with Josh Discord. I'd love to have you, man. I would appreciate it if you used my link to sign up. That's what I would appreciate. I live day trade in there 5 days a week. Thank you, Alex. Alex, yes. Okay. What was next, y'all? Garbage Mike, best tickers for 0DTE, SPY, and QQQ. Yeah, let's do Poet. Somebody asked for Poet. Let's see here what we got, guys. How's those weeklies? Yeah, look at those weekly candles, man. Okay. This is another asset you're going to have to make your mind up with if you believe in it long term. I think Poet will end up diluting at some point after one of these pumps and runs. penny stock, penny assets. This is a $7 stock, guys. You can say what you will, but it is a $7 stock. And they probably don't have any money. The good thing about this is look at the volume that has stepped in the last little bit compared to what it used to be. Yeah, right? This thing's starting to get attention and pick up volume. You got a big descending line of resistance coming down through here too. Yeah, this is just one you're going to have to decide what you want to do with. If you're going to hold it super long term, it could be an amazing thing. I don't really like these charts, how these do. This is just big swings and dumps. Everybody gets hyped on these kind of easy. You got decent support down here at $5.50, $5 range. Under $5. Right there. Here's your next biggest shelf at 620. That's probably your point of control right now. 620. Ultimately, it's got to get over $9. I think Josh was calling $9 on this, wasn't he? And then, like, super long term, he had some big numbers, but that $9 is, it's rejected 2 times hardcore. That was previous highs or close to it back here. So that's it. If you're going to reload, I would reload at 5, maybe 390 right there, and 3. Right. All right. Let's see here. Oh, XRP, I don't remember your question now, brother. Is your volume profile, is that what it was? So for a long time, tired of the extreme news about this. Yeah, Tyler, been in crypto a long while now, kind of getting tired of the extreme news of volatility. Are there stocks you recommend trading for crypto traders? Yeah, I mean, if you like the action of trading, really day trading options on the Mag 8 like we do is pretty lucrative. Crypto, you know, just I talked to Josh a little while ago, and I'll hit lift after this. Can I just show y'all something, man, for Bitcoin here? Crypto has came a long ways and provides amazing opportunities. when bought the correct areas. When I bought on my crypto, we were in a crypto winter. All out through here, right? This was buy for a long time. And this is the times when you buy crypto, man. This is the buy and hold type areas. What we get next time could be different. It could definitely be different because of all the institutional buying now. But I'm not crazy about the monthly, and the weekly has now moved up. Do you see that? Do y'all see that? And it's starting to show in the MACD now. Right? This is moving up on lower momentum. And it's showing here in the weekly. Monthly, it's not showing up yet, but it doesn't. The monthly can't really show it, to be honest with you, on a MACD chart. It would take many more years, but the MACD is about to cross down unless something changes on the monthly. The RSI just did. Now, the RSI did back here on that candle, right? We got this pullback from 103 to 76 because RSI topped out and gave us this pullback. This is a monthly chart, so this happened, you got to think, over 4 to 8 weeks, right? So you got a huge down candle, pop back up, and then almost a doji, not quite though, but very weak candle. Now, that was the last time the RSI signaled down. Here is less buying pressure, and remember, these are monthlies. So, doesn't look that great to me. I'm not crazy about it. There goes your thumbs down. All I had to do was say something about Bitcoin, right? I've not done SPY yet, Sourlito. I'm too worried about the too worried about the 2 thumbs downs. So Bitcoin's not looking great to me. Right. Somebody gave me a I just always wish the thumbs down would say something instead of just putting a thumbs down. Oh man. Okay, here's lift. All right. Lift on the monthly. This is like long term for me. The monthly just hit the buy signal on the MACD. So if you're thinking of right there, Just come through the 0 line. Now we want this signal line to come up and go through the 0 line also, right? Let's get a weekly look. Here's your pullback time, guys. I have a small position on lift, but just on shares. I'm going to accumulate this because this is a stock. It's a $20 stock. So if we take and think about lift in the long term, I mean, this is accumulation, right? This is all accumulation. Look at the potential it has once we get over this shelf here. This is like $24. Let me get rid of all these. This is starting to round around here, come around some. I would say 32 is easy money on this one, but we're probably going to pull back down here a little bit. 1750. Where was your previous highs right here? We had trouble in this area. 1770. Like, to me, I will buy more here, or I'll get more into my portfolio. It's not all the way off the table to get all the way back down here, but this $17 range looks pretty good to me. I will load more here. I think 32 is super easy, and let's look at this RSI. Right now it just hopped off the signal line, so if it rushes back over 60, we could get another pump here. Yep. Brother, I'm down 25K on an option. So I like lift. Hang on, and I'll address what'd you say, BMNR? Is that who somebody super chatted me for BMNR? Campos, you killed it, man. You killed it. I think I quadrupled mine. Tripled or quadrupled my portfolio on crypto. So I like lift. I think it's still intact, but I'm doing shares. If I were going to do lift options, I'm going to do one or two more tickers and then I got to go, guys. January of 2027. Man, those $15 strikes have a lot of open interest on them. I like the 15 strike. $700-800 each, something like that. So they're not horrible. And the $20 strike got a good delta still, 0.65, not bad. So theoretically, if lift goes to $30 from here, $65. Let's see here. 650. These would go to around 1,100 per contract, if my math's right. It's a good delta, 0.65 delta on these. That's January of 2027. Right? So lift. Think about it long term, man. I think 32, 33 is pretty easy to get to for sure. And then beyond. So we'll see. See what happens. All right. Somebody said BMNR maybe. Did somebody super chat me for BMNR? OG Mark, that's a good average on Bitcoin, man. Daphne, thanks for the reminder. BMNR. Well, Alex, around earnings, you know, I would want to take my positions after earnings, just after earnings, or way before earnings. So if you get like a massive run up into earnings, your leaps have a great chance of doing well. BMNR is so skewed because of the split. When did it split back here? In May? I don't know. This is the daily. I'm right. I'm almost right. That's how it's seeing it here. And this is a bearish pennant. Lots to consider here. It's going to wedge out here, y'all. So this is consolidation. RSI will tell the tale. You have to watch your RSI on this. If it's staying between 40 and 60, this is just going to wedge out right here until it makes a move. All right. That's how I see it. Thanks, crypto. Thank you, Lindsay. Crypto King, Alaska Mining. Yeah, I think this is in consolidation. It's set up much like Tesla did, except Tesla came from low to high. I charted this one very well here. It was something like that. And then Tesla, if you'll notice, consolidation, 40 to 60, 40 to 60, 40 to 60, until we eventually break out of 60 to the upside. It tried one time here and got denied. The second go around here, we get the explosion. Now we're in a bit of consolidation up here. This could be mistaken for a bit of a head and shoulders, I suppose. We'll see. So that's how I see Tesla. It's gonna all the when I run volume on this, it's gonna be between. You're gonna have a little bit up here. Heavy in this area. So when I throw the profile on, you'll probably see that right there. There you go. Tesla has to hold this. That's why I've already got an alert. 409. Tesla's got to hold this bottom dollar. 403. So 400 would be psychological support here on Tesla. Going into, well, let's look at RSI MACD. All right, Tesla could be getting ready to rip again. Thanks, Mig. Thanks, Lorraine. Much love. We'll see. Tesla looks like it's trying to curl around on the MACD and the RSI. So, not bad looking here. Okay. Let's get a 30-minute. What's it doing overnight? It's up overnight back to 444.60. So Tesla is back to here right now, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is, where's Monday? Okay, Tesla is already over this past week's high. All right, so really from last Friday all the way through this week, we have ranged and respected this 419 a couple of times. All the way down to 410, and it held. So I like the look of it. I would say back here 455 would be some resistance. We'll see how it looks in the morning. See if it wants to hold this previous week high as support here at about 440. So I would use 440 as support. That green line is actual current price, so we'll see. If you get a pullback to 440, that might be a decent load area. If you were looking to get in this for a swing, okay? That's how I see Tesla. Everybody good? Anything else I can hit right quick? I gotta roll ya. Wayne, I'm all in on SPY puts and down 25K so far. Should I sell or hold? Wayne. Can't ever go all the way in on one thing, brother. The SPY's not give up yet. Like I see a possibility of a curl up here on the RSI or on the MACD. That's what I see. Until you lose 652, Wayne, this thing's not give up. Oh. Yeah. It's not gave up, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you something different. If the SPY, I'm watching the daily here. If it rips through this signal line and passes through 60 again, we're going back up to all-time highs and beyond. I'm not terribly bearish on it. 675. So let's see on the shorter time frames. $668. I have to see how pre-market's working in the morning, but 669.90. What's it doing? Thanks, Jeffrey. Wayne, I mean, I can't tell you that. But you can't, what's your expiration? Yeah. It was probably a bad judgment call to do that, man. But, be careful, people on YouTube getting you too hyped up on the market's crashing, and then it don't crash, So I'll do next month. Wayne, yeah, I'm sorry, man. What's your strike? If you don't mind me asking. Thank you, JP. SPY in the overnight session is up a little. $668.70. right in here, right around the 668, 668.50 mark. I'll adjust these in the morning when pre-market rolls in, y'all. I like 665.40. I mean, it's kind of flat. Thank you, Angela. Jacob, I'm in DraftKings shares. I think it needs to clear 35, I believe. Yeah, I'll adjust these in the morning. I don't go live every night, Garbage, but I'm live every day in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, I live day trade for everybody every day of the week. I try to put a video out every day, but I can't do these lives every single night. I don't have enough time. We'll have to look at this in the morning, y'all. See what it's doing. Google was my pick last week, and it was straight up fire. I'd love to have you, Garbage. Mike, hit the description. Top link in the description for everybody. Anybody that wants to come over and see what we're about and support us over at the Stocks with Josh. If you want to support me, that's the number one way to support me. Join using my link, or resubscribe using my link if you're in the Discord already. That's very helpful. So Google was my pick last week. Really needs to hold. We really need to clear 256, man, Google. So we'll see what she wants to do this week. This was a great move last week on Google. MACD trying to give a cross up. RSI has reclaimed 60 on the daily. I really like it, man. I really like it. 255. 255.50, something like that. Ultimately, 257 has to be broke. So Google still looks fairly strong to me. We could get a pullback. Maybe to the 248. Yeah, right in here. $247.50. I would want that to hold. There's your highs from Tuesday, your lows from Wednesday, and then we basically hopped off of it Friday there. $247.50. Okay. We get a pullback to there. May look to go again on Google. All right, my friends. I am out of time. I cannot stay any longer. Fred, thank you. Nicholas, email me for the link. If anybody's interested in that beginners option class next Saturday, it is for beginners day trading options. Thank you, Letitia. I did bull already, my friend. I've already done bull. It looked like we were pulling back to $10.75 and then $10. I would be wanting this RSI to show some life down here before I'm interested in bull on the daily. So there's previous lows at $10. It can definitely get down there. Could definitely get down there. All right. Yep. So yeah, Nicholas, you can email me. Hit the description. Email's in there. I will take emails for the next few days. And Monique, was there something you asked me for earlier? Owl, was that it? I missed that for you. I'm sorry. That's a Head and Shoulders on the weekly. Wouldn't want to lose this 1480 level. I'd be watching for 1480. See how it reacts with it. It's got more support at 1250. I wouldn't want to be getting into that right now. Hey Naya, how are you? With the yeah, if this gets bullish, it's got to get back over 20 to really get bullish. 20.25. It's going to have resistance heavy up here at the 1850 mark. That would be some heavy resistance for you. This is a bearish pattern if it plays out. I'm good, Naya. Thank you for asking. Monique, I don't think it will jump. I mean, what's it showing you to tell you it would jump? It could double tap down here at 1430 for a double bottom. That's one possibility. Okay, that's a possibility. It has respected this level a few times, 1450. So I don't know, is there news with it? Something going on? Let me look. There's something I'm missing here, okay? Yeah, I guess it already did. So it ran to $19 real quick and got slapped down in the overnight session. There you go. What's the news on it? 9 hours ago. Into 401k alternatives could be a game changer for Blue Owl. Maybe. Yeah. Very possible. I would say this shelf right here. Got to get through 19. I would say 1930. So this would be a news catalyst. Thanks for pointing that out. Previous highs is where it got slapped. Right there. Okay. If it holds up there, then I would say 1780 could become your support once it gets over 1930. Over 1930. Just not a lot of dollar amount movements on this. I don't know much about it. This is not one I would play options on. So the options chain looks pretty crappy. It's cheap enough to do shares on though, so could be a good play, especially over $20. Over 20, not going to be a lot of volume up through there, back towards 26. All right. So maybe a good pick. You might have found a good one there. All right. All right, my friends. I've got to call it. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Red and blue line mean on your side. Mean they cross. This is the MACD, the blue and orange line. The purple line and the yellow line are the RSI down here. Okay, that's a whole nother lesson in itself. All right, my friends. I love you. I appreciate you. If you want, yeah, JP, I am live tomorrow in the Discord. Usually 15 to 30 minutes before opening bell. Okay. All right, my friends. Hit the description in the video. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe, please, to my YouTube channel if you've not done so already. I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you in the Discord in the morning, my friends. All right. Have a great night. Peace. I love you.